So the quest for more boat speed sees Jürgen changing the order. We'll see if they get that boat speed here today in the final of the men's Coxless 4, because they were run close, Great Britain, by Germany 3 weeks ago. Well, the German crew in that order are not here. They failed to qualify for the final, but no doubt the threat is going to come from New Zealand, the other winners of the heat that got through to the final in lane number 3. So a lane order for you in this final then: Czech Republic in lane number 1, Ireland in 2, New Zealand in 3, Great Britain are in 4, Slovenia in 5, and Poland are closest to us there in lane number 6. Dan, already we can see the British crew have moved out to a good half-length lead. A little comment from our side and the changes.
Yes, they like to get out fast. I think the changes really were to try and they were a bit unsettled by the result last in Munich 3 weeks ago. They've been unbeaten there. They won there, but they were really harried home by Holland and also by Germany, who just came up close at the finish. Now Germany's got exams. Some of their guys have got exams and they're 1 or 2 illnesses, and they're trying a few experiments, and they didn't qualify their new boat for the final here. So really, in this field, the Brits should be able to experiment with this new lineup and really feel how that speed has increased.
3/4 of a length lead then over Slovenia in lane number 5. Poland are closest to us in lane number 6. The home crowd appreciating the 3rd position at the quarterway mark, and Great Britain really now looking quite comfortable. But the margins are so close, Dan. I mean, they were pushed hard in Germany 3 weeks ago. Okay, New Zealand haven't really done anything here today.
Well, they're a new 4 altogether. I think we can see the Slovenians here are the ones who are taking up the chase. But if you look at the British 4, they've got a little bit of extra length there. The successful pairing of Reid and Hodges, together as a pair, they won the trials very, very comfortably. So moving Peter Reid, who's a relative new boy last year, so moving him down behind Hodges now, this pairing really works well.
So on the left of your picture there, Andrew Hodge from Oxford University Boat Club. Behind him, Peter Reid, again from Oxford University Boat Club. Steve Williams, Leander Club, he sits in the 2 seat there. And behind him, Alex Partridge from Oxford Brookes, up there in the bow seat. The guy you remember who didn't quite make the 4 in 2004. So he is a man on a mission. And it's all looking pretty good here again. They're not really challenged, so they can just enjoy this race. They can just test a few things, whether they're going to move a little bit earlier, move a little bit later in the race, a little bit more sort of time to embed this combination.
They've got a very comfortable 34 strokes a minute there.
Into the second half then of the men's Coxless 4, the heavyweight division, and Great Britain right from the first stroke have had this race in control. The change of order seems to have done well. They've moved out, they've got pretty good confidence to have the clear water arrest of the team. New Zealand in the white boat in the center of your picture there in the all black strip, they qualified directly from the heat 2 days ago. They were looking to be the main challengers, but it really hasn't come from them. They really are struggling. The main challenge from Slovenia and Poland, but Slovenia in lane at number 5, sitting in the wake, Dan, of Great Britain out front.
Yes, they're moving very well there. The beauty of Hodge in the stroke seat is that the boat, he gives it such timing to flow and run, and that very calm and loose movement just allows the rest of the crew to use their strength to back him up. They've done a lot of work through the winter, a lot stronger than they were last year, so I would expect them to go very well through the rest of the season here. But the big threats are still to come from Holland, who ran them so close before, that same German 4 that will be back here, and then Canada and the United States.
Water just getting a little bit more poppy as we go down the course here, the wind picking up. You see a bit of splash as the blades come in and out of the water there, a bit of splash up onto the riggers. And Great Britain now starting to move on. It's 1,500 meters gone, it's 500 to go. They've called a little push. Andrew Hodge in the stroke seat, Peter Reid in the 3 seat, backed up by Steve Williams, the Olympic champion from 2004, the sole survivor from 2004, Alex Partridge in the bow seat. The times say it all, and look at that. They're down on about 33, 34 strokes per minute, which is comfortable and relaxed given that they're in a final.
Well, you can see on their faces pretty relaxed there. It's pretty relaxed and loose. Boat's not bouncing too much, it's running very true, and it's a good performance.
So they're continuing the mantle of the history of the men's Coxless 4. We've been very strong in this. really since 2000, since 1997, all the way through. A new combination in Jürgen Grobler, who travels on the bike on the far side, watching his young protégés coming through 200 meters. They've just got a foot clear water. We won't worry too much about Slovenia in lane at number 5. It's going to be a comfortable win for Great Britain.
Still, they've been much further ahead of Slovenia in the past. So Slovenia holding on there. They've still got a lot of work to do.
So Slovenia coming up into second place. The race, though, is definitely on. New Zealand now starting to push back on the Czech Republic up there in lane number 1. They're pushing on for the bronze medal. Out front, Great Britain get the gold. Poland, Slovenia will get the silver, pushing New Zealand through now, pushing the Czech Republic out, and on the line, New Zealand pick up the bronze medal. So Dan, again, you're on the right tracks, looking very good.
Yes, I mean they weren't pressed. There wasn't the powerful field, but it was a good, solid performance, and they've now got to decide which order works best for them, and they'll go away and analyse that, and then come back with what they feel is the best lineup.
Comfortable victory for Great Britain first, Slovenia second, New Zealand in third. One thing's for sure, it's going to get hotter as we get closer to the World Championships at Dorney. So Great Britain then get their second gold medal of the 2006 World Cup Series. A good result in Munich 3 weeks later here at Poznan, adding another one, continuing their unbeaten run. Got to be looking as favourites now for the World Championships in Dorney and Eton later this year. Andy Hodge there on the left, stroking the crew. Peter Reid, also known as the commander of the Royal Navy, taking time out here. And Stevie Williams there, cool, calm customer. Getting the medals from Denny Oswald on the right, our FISA president, and Charles Crawford, the British ambassador, on your left there to Poland.
It was a good weekend. Competition wasn't as strong as Munich, but you can only race who turns up. And you know, we had a pretty steady row, and it was a pretty quick time when we crossed the line and saw that we'd done 5:44. That's only 3 seconds outside the world record, and I mean, you could see we weren't really pushed. We were pretty steady, pretty comfortable. So, you know, I think that looks good. Shows that we've got a lot of speed under the bonnet, and it shows what's still there.
We went out with a solid race plan, and we executed that, and we looked out at 500 to go, and we were, you know, comfortable in the lead. No, it was a really good race. Really managed to put some of our technical focuses back into racing.
Slotting in nicely up there, looking down, making the calls, making sure they're all working in front of you.
No, I don't make the calls. Stevie still makes the calls. I just I maybe say a few more things than I used to. It was quite nice in this race. I was just saying, you know, look behind us, because you know it was just so easy. So it was nice.
We're looking forward to racing the Dutch again. They were very strong, pushed us last year, and they have done already this year at the first World Cup. Apart from that, I don't see anyone that's really going to race us to the line. We haven't seen much of the Australians, but I think we're going to be looking to beat the Dutch again this year.